Hi, and welcome to my life in sundown Central Texas. I got out of my class, I got the hairbands out of my hair. I have not yet got a dry amount of hair behind my head. It's warm. Well, the temperature's dropping, which is good because for a little while it was not warm, it was hot. I drove home with blue blockers on and had a good look what my world looks like in that. Pulled up and the Ford and the blue truck looked black. And it's not dark yet, so... Oh yeah. For anyone who thinks your prescription glasses are an excuse, not really. These ones are designed to go on over prescription glasses in case you're even blinder than I am. I'm really not very blind. Like I said, I do think my vision is improving. But it is time to go back in. I made it to my class tonight on time. I stayed there and got a sweat. And then it was so pretty driving home. I turned the lights on, turned the AC off, and put my window down. So I have to put that back up. I have a bottle of water with my home mix electrolytes. I think I need a little more salt in there though. Yeah, I do kind of need some more salt in that. Oh. What was I thinking of? I had something on my mind for a little while. Oh, I saw a pretty bad pileup. Eastbound on 45 in Round Rock on my way to class. And since my class starts at 6:30, that tells you it was a rush hour accident and somebody wasn't being careful. Everyone's tired at the end of the day. There's not such a hurry that you can't take 10 minutes or even just 5 minutes. Breathe deeply. Be human. Get a cold beverage if you need one. Bottle of water with electrolytes in it if that's what you need. This stuff, I'm going to have to find one that suspends better in the water. I sat up late last night mixing that up. One of the bags of bulk powder stuff is almost gone. The other bag I have put a serious dent in. And the third bag is just some reasonably fine, not super fine, Breadman's Real Salt. It's what I use for general purposes anyway. It's in the salt box next to the stove. It's in my sunglass holder up here. Of course, I got other things in the sunglass holder. I got that Dazzle stamp card. And now it has 3 stamps stamped off on it. With my small bills in an easy to open place. So even when I'm in a drive-thru, I don't have to get my wallet out and have stuff go falling everywhere. Open this door a little bit. There we go. Class was good. I did sweat. Is it really working out if you don't sweat? Well, yeah, it is. Gentle motion. Gentle exercise. Some of us do not need to do anything that might get us injured or raise our cortisol levels. If you don't know what that is, you need some serious talks with some trainers. I mean, Coach Steven maybe, or Richard Smith, or you might even want to talk to local high school coach if you're not sure. But I've mentioned before, when I was in the EMT course and when I was in search and rescue, I mean, you would raise your eyebrows a bit if you saw some of the people involved in search and rescue. And one of the concepts that has to get pushed every now and then is the fact that you don't want to bring the next emergency to the site of the current emergency. If the guy heading up your search team is 400 pounds, no matter what, can't bend over to tie his own shoes, etc., this is somebody who's going to get hurt real easy if he steps on a rock. He's not going to be as balanced as he should be. He's not going to be moving the way he should be. I hate to say it, but that applies to a lot of us. Far too many people. Oh. And then they go off on a Monday and they get huffing and puffing because they maybe had to take the stairs instead of the elevator. And seriously, folks, y'all, assess yourself honestly. If you resemble this, you need more working out. Figure that because I need more working out. I'm still almost 200 pounds, which is a far cry from where I was 2 years ago starting this. 2.5 years now. We are into June after all. But, yeah, we got better things to do than to have a heart attack trying to help someone get out of their vehicle. So much going on in the world. We don't want to be the next emergency. You might feel great today, but if you catch yourself huffing and puffing when you have to take the stairs, you know there's an issue. If you put your bathroom scale away, that might be a sign of an issue. Except that some of us already know you can't just rely on the bathroom scale. How do your clothes fit? How do you feel? If the arthritis is getting to you, then you need to be figuring out what causes the bulk of your inflammation and getting that out of your diet. And for me, that was wheat and sugar. And after getting those out, it's like other grains and vegetables and fruit. And now I know more about why fruit does it to me. Because fruit gets treated, when you eat fruit, the amylase immediately starts disconnecting all the starch molecules and turning it into blood glucose or fructose in your digestive tract. And the only place to take care of fructose is in the liver. And that will contribute to fatty liver disease, even in kids. You don't have to be an alcoholic to have fatty liver disease anymore. Although if you're pouring alcohol down your neck every single day, you're probably going to wind up with it anyway. The same receptors are involved. I have to go in and decide how much more salt I want in my electrolyte mix. Try and drink my water and dropping my bottle cap down in my lap. The sky is actually getting darker now, which kind of tells me the sun is really down below the horizon line and not just appearing above it by way of refraction. And I've already driven home, so I don't have anywhere else to go today. Except the kitchen, the bathroom, and maybe the laundry. But I've had a pretty good day. I got out early. Sat outside with the little dog, because you gotta have doggy time. I do kind of miss having a big dog, but they will cover you with their fur even faster. The little one, I mean, he'll get on my lap or he'll try to get his face in my face and go, "Are you paying attention to me?" "Yeah, doggy, I'm paying attention to you." The last one didn't have to get in my lap to get in my face. If I was sitting down, he'd get in my face. Electrolytes. Because everyone should be getting some kind of magnesium in their system every day. Dr. Chafee talks about it. Apparently, you'll have quite a deficit before most doctors will even notice. "Oh, you're not looking good. Maybe we should check that." It's kind of like Loki and his iron levels. He turned the color of Homer Simpson at one point. And he wasn't jaundiced. He was just not pink. He wasn't looking pale. He was looking ready to keel over. He got to work and couldn't get up the stairs. If you don't have enough iron to be carrying oxygen, you're going to start huffing and puffing. And I'm not even going to pretend that he was skinny then or anything like that. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. But it was a disaster. He knew he was low iron and needed to eat more meat. I think there's mosquitoes out here, so I'm going to call it an evening and go in. Y'all be good. You know, if you need to stop in the local Quick Trip or Buc-ee's or Sonic or something and just have some iced tea or get an ice water or get whatever passes for a protein snack, you know, do it. Don't drive home huffing and puffing after you're done stumbling down the stairs at work, tired because you took the weekend off and now you're having to pretend you care about the job you hate or whatever. You know, but don't be the next emergency. And try really hard not to be the next emergency in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Because that could be the next 3 emergencies, or the next 6 or 7 or 8 emergencies. Just judging by how many people you can fit into 1 or 2 vehicles. The world has enough problems. Don't be the problem. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other if you can. Grandma loves you and wants you to be okay. Bye-bye.